How do you build an e-commerce business that sells way fewer products but makes way more money? Well, the answer is B2B high-ticket dropshipping. And this is one of the most overlooked and powerful business models in all of e-commerce. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, subscribe for daily high-ticket dropshipping content. If you are someone that would value having daily high-ticket dropshipping content in your feed, I have half a decade of high-ticket dropshipping experience, and that is all that I talk about on this channel. So I would recommend hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you are someone that is serious about building a high-ticket dropshipping business, I would recommend checking out my program. The link is in the description below. It is brand new, recorded in 2025. Now, let's talk about the subject matter at hand, why B2B high-ticket dropshipping is one of, if not the most powerful business models in all of e-commerce. First, we have to answer a question: what is B2B high-ticket dropshipping? Now, most people think of dropshipping as selling cheap products from overseas suppliers to consumers, individual consumers to be specific. But that is not what we're talking about here. B2B high-ticket dropshipping is when you sell premium, expensive products to businesses instead of individual consumers. Now, there are literally thousands of opportunities as far as products, as far as industries when we're talking about B2B, but I'll just give you a few examples here. Land surveying and GIS equipment, civil engineering tools and machinery, industrial water pumps and fluid handling, weather stations, irrigation control systems, warehouse equipment like industrial conveyor belts. And so basically, instead of chasing thousands of really small transactions, you only close a few, but you make way more money doing so. And the biggest thing with this is that businesses are willing to pay way more money because they need these products in order to operate. So why is this model so powerful? Well, the first is obvious, and I already alluded to it. You have a much larger profit per sale. Most B2C low-ticket dropshippers fight over these $50 gadgets with razor-thin margins. And in B2B high-ticket dropshipping, you are selling products anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $50,000. So if you do the math and you are selling products where you make $10 in profit per sale, would you rather make $10 profit per sale selling these cheap gadgets and need 1,000 sales to hit six figures? Or sell a $5,000 product with 30% profit margins and make $1,500 per sale? Fewer orders, bigger paydays, less hassle. The second reason, lower competition means higher barrier to entry, or I guess the other way around. Higher barrier to entry means lower competition. Most people avoid B2B e-commerce because they think it's too complicated. But that is exactly why it works. Because unlike B2C markets flooded with these copycat Shopify stores, the barrier to entry for B2B is way higher. You need to secure real supplier relationships. You need to understand your actual buyer's needs. You need to build a website that looks reputable and professional. No gimmicky AliExpress looking vibes here. And because of this, fewer competitors are willing to actually do this work, making it way easier for you to stand out and not even necessarily dominate the niche, but take a decent slice of it. The third big reason as to why B2B high-ticket dropshipping is so powerful is buyers have way higher budgets and it leaves the potential for repeat orders. Now, individual consumers are always going to be price sensitive, but businesses, not so much. B2B buyers have set budgets every year for equipment, for whatever it is they need to operate their jobs. And if your site provides a seamless buying experience, they will pay a lot of money. And on top of that, a lot of these businesses need repeat orders, which means built-in customer lifetime value. So imagine selling ground penetrating radar systems to geotechnical engineers, as bizarre as that sounds. They might need one per job site now and more as their projects expand. And instead of constantly hunting for new customers, you build a long-term relationship and bank on repeat sales. It essentially becomes a formula for reoccurring revenue. And reoccurring revenue is extraordinarily easier to scale than one-off buyers over the course of time. The fourth reason is kind of a double-edged sword. It's less customer service hassle. You're not dealing with hundreds of buyers or hundreds of customers that are going to have customer service complaints The volume is simply much smaller on just an order magnitude basis. So that part makes managing your business extremely easier. But depending on the industry, depending on the price of the product or the price of the set of products that your customer's buying from you, assuming it's a business, it may take a little more specialized care, a little more specialized customer service with that individual customer to move the deal along. So if you end up with a $25,000 order, it was worth the extra couple of hours that you put in to actually make that happen, whether it was answering questions over the phone, whether it was providing multiple quotes, custom quotes, trying to facilitate a shipping situation with your suppliers. Now, some of you might think a $25,000 order is unrealistic, but having received them myself, it is not. And I promise you, while it's an outlier, it is very much a possibility, especially when you are dealing with commercial customers. Number 5, long-term SEO dominance equals free traffic. Now, here's where things kind of get crazy. Most B2B niches have insanely valuable SEO potential. So just think about it for a second with me. If you rank on Google for best GNSS receivers for land surveying, where to buy the best industrial grade centrifugal pumps, top rated bridge inspection drones for civil engineering. These are all very specific long tail keywords that have extremely low competition in organic traffic and in the world of SEO. And essentially, you're getting high intent buyers landing on your store for free with no ad spend required. And most of your competitors in these spaces are outdated B2B distributors with absolutely zero SEO game. So if you understand how to rank for industry-specific keywords, you own the traffic stream, and that is where real wealth is built. And that is where you have an asset generating revenue on your hands that is worth, 7 to 8 figures. And I will say, my 2025 high ticket dropshipping program, I partnered with a woman by the name of Lisa Whaley, who has 20 years of SEO experience. And we go very in depth with how to do this exact thing in this exact type of industry. Again, the link to the program is in the description below. So then it comes down to, how do you actually get started with B2B high ticket dropshipping? If you're sold on the idea of the model, here's what you need to do. Number 1, choose a niche with high demand and good supplier availability. In my 2025 high ticket dropshipping course, I show how to do this using ChatGPT and SEMrush and SpyFu and general research on the internet. It is really not that difficult, but there are really clever ways to prioritize the best possible suppliers and the best possible niches. Now, the best niches have a few common characteristics. High product or high margin products, $1,000 plus, multiple supplier options so you're not reliant on one, strong demand for businesses that need these products regularly. And I've already given a few examples earlier in the video, but just to give them again, land surveying and GIS equipment, civil engineering testing and inspection tools, industrial pumps and chemical handling systems, heavy duty warehouse and logistics equipment. There's 4 right there. Step number 2 is partner with the right suppliers. Most B2B suppliers aren't advertising partnership relationships. So you have to reach out and apply. You have to actually put yourself forth and be somewhat vulnerable and, face the risk of rejection. You need to have a professional approach. You need to be a good communicator. You need to have a professional website to back you up and some level of a plan to give them for actually driving sales. And every piece of this is covered step by step in my course. The link is in the description below if you haven't forgotten. In fact, in the course, you will literally watch me call suppliers on the phone and have conversations with them that you can listen to. Step number 3 is build a high authority website. You need to look like a legitimate B2B distributor, not a typical Shopify store. And what that means is a clean and professional design, in-depth product pages with technical specs, bulk order and financing options, and if possible, case studies or testimonials. And those will obviously come with time. Step number 4 is use Google Ads to drive immediate sales. So unlike B2C, where people browse for products, B2B buyers search with intent. And running Google Ads for the right keywords can land your first sales really quickly, even while your SEO is still developing over the course of time. Which leads me to step number 5, and that is scale with SEO and content marketing, which we cover extremely in depth in the course. Once you've kind of proven your demand, like you have proof of concept of whatever niche that you're in, you double down on SEO. SEO is everything. That means blog posts, product guides, case studies, anything that helps you establish as an industry authority and capture organic traffic over time. So my final thoughts here, B2B high-ticket dropshipping isn't for everybody, but nonetheless, it still remains the most overlooked and perhaps the most powerful business model in all of e-commerce. So again, if you are serious about doing this, I highly recommend checking out my program. The link is in the description below. Email me with questions, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what it is you want me to talk about in these videos, and we will see you guys tomorrow.